Okay, sorry about that. I think, yeah, I think OBS was just tripping real quick, like or something. Like I think I lost. Okay, what do I have? Two. Great. Which one is the real one? All right. Well. All right. There it goes. I don't know. Whatever. We're live again. Sorry about that. OBS just kind of doing weird things sometimes, combined with me doing things I shouldn't be doing, I guess, with my internet connection apparently. Running through my phone, I guess. I'm not 100% on what's going on, but anyway, we're back up. Okay, so this is working pretty well. That's not good though. That like he's tilting. Yeah, we need to fix that. Alright, so that's the next step. So tilt is here. We basically want tilting to, oops. Yeah, we want tilting to be that. Let's see if that works. I'm not sure if it will or not. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. That's a nice. No, he's not supposed to. Whoops, he's not supposed to be tilting like that. Let's see. Okay, we gotta maybe. Let's see. Where are we? Where's the tilt section? Okay, here we go. So let's print out tilt vec real quick because I'm not sure. Yeah, see, that's not good. It should be basically trying to go to 0. I'm not sure why it's not. Tilt vec plus equal move vec dot normalized. Okay, so it might be that because move vec is 0. Yeah, okay. Once we get to that stage, we want to avoid that. Alright, so we say basically var t equals move vec dot normalized. We say if move vec dot length is greater than 0.001, well, 0.01, then we want to do this. Otherwise, we want to do tilt vec plus equal we'll just do like this. Dot x minus equal tilt vec dot x times 0.1 y z and y and z. Okay, that should do it. Let's see. Yeah, that does resolve the issue. Okay. Okay, let's add a real quick little things that if we fall off the level, we won't have to press R, or I don't have to press R. Marco Junrei says we got to get Luna new Wi-Fi card. Mariana Sulagoy says join Patreon. Yeah. Unfortunately, like I don't think the issue is the Wi-Fi card because it's basically brand new. I got it maybe 3, 4, or 4 months ago, so it's like that. It's not the card. I think it's just the driver. That's currently in use with Solus. It just like, I think it was fine, and then I updated my computer maybe 4 days ago, a week ago, something like that, and it just like, it since then has not been working well. So I think it's just like maybe a combination of the kernel with the Wi-Fi driver or something, and it's just not really working that well. But I'm okay for now. I'm okay for now. Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, if you want to give me a new Wi-Fi card, then buy Gear. Hit me up on Patreon with a $1 subscription. All right, let's see. Okay, so if your translation.z is less than, we'll say negative 100, then we're gonna assume that you hit a kill plane and explode here. So get root, no, get tree dot reload currency. Let's try that. That should work. All right, so you jump off. You jump off. Oh, Z. Okay. I'm still thinking Z from Blender. It should be Y. That still might also be kind of far. Let's see. Okay, that's good enough.
You can never be rid of me. I'm Pop. Oh, where are you taking me? Nice try, nice try. You can never be rid of me. Oh, nice try, nice try. Nice try. Take me where you want me to go.
Okay, so this is working. This is fundamentally working.
Oh, you're a coward. You are a coward and an ogre. Oh, come through the television screen and fight me like a man. Oh.
I don't know why he has that voice. Okay, so anyway, this is working. This is working. This is working pretty well, I think. He needs like a dive or something. I mean, fundamentally, being a piece of popcorn, he should pop and like have an extra jump or a dive or an attack or something. I'm not sure what that should be though. I still have to kind of determine like what's the hook of pop. Maybe like a, oh snap, what if it was like a air dash that just allows like instantaneous movement in another direction so you can like jump around stuff like this? That'd be interesting. Okay, so somebody said something, I don't remember. Let's see. Mark Ujinre says, now you have to make a theater floor for the kill plane. Yeah. Res996 says, join the stream right when he loses his mind.
Oh, where are you taking me? Oh, you're gonna throw me over the edge like a coward. Oh, you were born. I was born in the darkness. You adopted it.
Like, just like, why is like nihilistic, extremely scary Pop? Like, why is that the character? Why is that his voice? Why is that the idea behind the character? Where it's just like he just cannot be destroyed under any circumstances, and the player is just like dealing with this little dude. All right, so anyway, this is working pretty well. The controls are very solid. It could be solider, but it's not bad. As you can see, it could be solider. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Go, Pop. Go. This is your destiny. Go. You were made for this. Go. Get in there. Go. Come on. I'm trying my best to rock my way in there, but he's not going. Like, how exactly he gets... Okay, I don't know how, like, his physics just kind of resolve themselves. Okay, so anyway, this is working pretty well. He can't move up on minor slopes for some reason. Alright, so this is all working pretty well. This is nice and solid. Mark Ujinre says, you could make Pop's hat hold an unpopped kernel, and when he does a double jump, it explodes, and you have to wait it before you can use it again. That's interesting. I kind of wanted to have him have a hat that was like a kernel. I thought that would be kind of, you know, apt for a character. But I think I want something more than a double jump. I think I want some sort of maneuver. Let's see. There was something I was supposed to do, but now I don't remember what it was. Oh, Mariano Sulagoy says, I was freaking out wanting to know how the outline was done because Grow makes outer effects on the edges. Thanks for asking this. Now I know I can make the outline directly in Blender. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You just do scale it up, but it's not just a normal scale, it's the Alt-S scale. Let me see if I can properly demonstrate this. So like, well, let me grab the actual outline, hold on. Okay, so that's the outline. So like if you grab the actual, whatever it is, the body, duplicate it, and then press Alt-S, it'll slowly scale up, but like evenly in all directions, and that's what you want. See, like that. So it covers every face evenly. Because if you just do a normal scale, it'll end up like this, where it's scaling from the center instead of basically from the distance away to the from each vertex to the center of the mesh. So you want Alt-S if you do this. And of course, there's other options. You can also go with like a 3D, a 2D screen shader. You could go with, I guess, a 3D fragment shader on the objects you want outlined specifically. So there's different ways to do it. Normal scale, yes. Joseph Catrambone says normal scale. Yeah, you want to use normal scaling. Okay, so there's something else I was going to do, but I can't remember what it was. Let's see. So we got movement, we got jumping, we got grabbing. He's a little low. Let's fix that. He really could be higher up on the ledge. He's kind of like super duper far from the tip. So let's see, y -2 maybe? Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's right. Okay, B. We want to be able to let go of the let go of the wall. So jump is currently yes. Space. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this will be interact/drop. Interact plus drop. Well, we'll just say interact. So interact will be the E key, I guess. And it'll also be the B button, which is this one. Okay. So if you press, okay, stay to act. Okay. So if let's see, input.action is action just pressed. We want the interact. Then we want to change the state to, what is it? Active, or what is it called? Active, yeah. Let's try that. Okay, that works. Alright, that's pretty cool. Mariano Sulagoy says you could try to move right and left while grabbing. Oh yeah, that could be good. Yeah, that would be nice. Now, how exactly we determine left and right? Let's see. I guess we could just have it be left and right, be like from. So that right, left. Left and right. Okay, that might work. Let's see. Calthing says, speaking of the outline, Godot actually has a button to make an outline from any mesh instance node. Really? Oh wow, I had no idea. Then I don't actually have to have the outline be present on his mesh. I can make it so that it can like turn on or off. Joseph Ketchumbone says, if you do the cross product of the up vector and the wall's normal, that should give you right. Yeah? Let's see. Up vector. The wall's normal. That should give you right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So, well, right. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. That's correct. I do this kind of stuff with vector sometimes, but not often enough to remember it all. Okay, so if you're hanging, shoot, that's like an entirely different system though. Let's see, print. So MV should be, nope, okay. Let's see, is MV not being set? Or is that only in, okay, it's state active. All right, so we actually might use this, so let's go ahead and take this out. Whoops. Take this out of here and put it here. This to that. This. Yeah, so the rest is, I think, the rest I don't think we need, but I think this should be useful. Okay, so we should be able to use this then. Okay. The Someone XD says, hey, found this in the Godot Discord. First time here. Hey. Hello. Maruku Sulugoi says, Papa's already facing the wall, just rotate forward pi divided by 2 or minus pi divided by 2. Yes, that's correct. That also would work. Let's see. So what we're gonna do. But see, MV is already rotated according to the camera direction. Right, so. Right, let's see. Let's see. So like at this point, how do we want to approach this? See, pressing right, left, right and left, right and left. I'll need to have 2 probably raycasts. Yeah, Joseph Catherine says, though if the wall is rounded, you might get some funkiness. Yeah, that might be the case. Because when the wall is rounded, it'd have to kind of follow around the shape, which I'm not sure. Like, it would have to kind of snap itself to make sure that it stays at a certain distance away from the wall. So that's something I would have to add in there to get it to work correctly. But that's not too bad, I guess. Let's see. So let's see, you press left or right, you press forward or back. Okay, so I guess that's probably what we want then. Okay. So I think we should be able to just basically check to see the direction. Let's try this. Move vec dot x plus equal mv. Just smoothed it, not like that. My mistake. I'm trying to test to see something real quick. If I can just... Move and slide. Okay, so that should work. Let's see. Oh, that must be... No, wait. Why is he not moving? Why is he not moving? Very interesting. So move vec is just not... is just null. Oh, what am I? Of course, right here. Okay, my mistake. Volt. I am not paying attention today. Thank you, Mariano Sulagoy. You just said it right when I saw it. Okay, so I'm moving away from the wall and toward the wall. So we wanna. Okay, so that actually works pretty well. That actually works pretty well. We just need it to be the other direction. Y around it. Or... Okay, we just need to clamp the axis that's not... Carl Lee says your axis is probably in world axis. Yeah, it is. I need to clamp the axis... I need to determine which axis of the move vector is left and right. For the, like, because when you're hanging on, like, left and right might be this way, but when you are hanging on to this side, left and right is the other axis entirely. So when I press left and right, it's pointing to the other axis. So I need to, or no, I already don't have to do that because MoveVec is already MV rather is already compensating for that, right? MV is already pointing to the right direction. So this is pointing on the z-axis, and this should be this should be pointing on the x-axis. Yeah. So this is automatically correct already. So I'm pressing down and up, and it's mostly on the x-axis. So we need to determine which axis is the correct axis for shuffling movement. So yeah, Carl Lee says you can do a cross product, a world up, and the surface normal. Right. Okay. So cross var cross, or we'll say right, equals forward. There should be something there. Forward dot get collision normal dot or no. Oh, forward's not there. That's true. Okay, we'll just do like this. Well, yeah. That's okay, we could just grab it here. Pop arm handle dot ledge forward dot get collision normal dot cross. Yeah. I'm just kind of surprised it won't, like... Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, so we got the cross product. We want to get the cross product of the collision normal and up. So vector 3, 0, 1, 0. So print right. We don't need to print MV anymore. Let's see. Okay, so that's Z. Whoops. It's hard to like grab onto stuff. Maybe I need to kind of slow down his ability to like maneuver in the air, because it's actually like difficult to jump onto edges. Or his raycast needs to be like way longer. I don't know. All right, so now it's X. Now it's Z, and it's negative Z. Now it's positive Z. Okay, cool. So we're good. So once we have this. Let's see, Mariano Sulugoy says, Papa's already facing the wall, just rotate forward, pi divided by 2, or negative pi divided by 2. Right. Okay, so we just need to know which direction, though. Okay. So, let's see, maybe we... See, okay, once we have... Let me see something real quick. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I moving? What is this? Okay, it's this block. It's this kind of central block. Where's the scale? Let's see. Alright, so... Alright, so once... So you're pressing left and right, and he should shuffle along the thing. And you're pressing up and down, he should shuffle down along the thing. I feel like there's a way to do this that's not hacky, but I only know the hacky way to do it. And that only works for axis aligned vectors. So basically what I'm trying to do is maybe I need to get it to work first and then come back and like resolve it. Cause like if you're looking at it like this, left and right is to shuffle along the edge. But when you go like this, up and down should shuffle along the edge. That's what I'm trying to properly figure out, is how to determine which direction is like correct. So you press left and right, the movement vector is set to a certain direction. I can't quite get it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. People are giving me suggestions in chat. Thank you very much, by the way. I'm just not quite sure, because it's not just... if it was just like, oh yeah, press left and right to shuffle left and right, that's fine. You know, that wouldn't be too difficult. But like, if you're looking at it from this angle, left and right, if you're looking at it from this angle, it's up and down. So now it's like, And I could just use ifs or something like that, but I'd rather not. Alright, let's just get it left and right for now, I guess. So, let's see. The bigger dot product is the closer match. See, now we're dealing with stuff that I'm not as comfortable with. Let's see. So you press left and right. Press up and down. Left and right, up and down. So the MV is the movement vector, is basically the direction the player's trying to go in. So what if we just did like... Okay. So we basically want it to be where this... Okay, so this is basically he's moving wherever the direction is, but we want to limit the direction movable to just left and right. So how do we do that? How do we limit it to just a plane? Joseph Catrambone says, just remember the magnitude of the dot product between two vectors is how much they match. Mark Ujinure says, the cheap way would be to assign the proper controls based on the four directions where up and right are the same. Man, I'm... Okay, let's see. Okay, so the actual problem is pretty basic. We have a vector and we want to limit its axis. We have a vector that faces right. The cross product gives you the other direction. Mariano Sulugoy says, I think I got it. Let's see. NV dot. He says use up and right and down and left with the same directions. So up, oh whoops. Use up and right and down and left with the same directions. Something like that. Let's see. But then once we're here, it should automatically assume. Oh, that's what you were saying about dot product. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. I finally just saw it. I just saw it. Okay. Okay. Thank you. The person who said it earliest was like, yeah, Joseph Catrambone says dot product of camera forward and the left or up controller axis. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So let's see, mv dot, and this should take a vector 3f, right? A vector 3? Yeah, and returns a float. Okay, we're good. We good. Alright, so then we went right, I guess. Let's see what that... so that should take us, tell us what direction he's trying to push it in. Perfect. Perfectamundo, guys. We got it. Alright. So if mv dot right is greater than 0.25, we'll say, then we don't need that. So then we're trying to go to the right? So we want to say move vec plus equal. Okay, we'll say vec equals vector 3. Vec plus equal right times 0.1. We'll just say plus equal right, and we say else if mv dot right is less than negative 0.25, vec minus equal right, and then we equal vec. Let's try that. Oops, no, save. Didn't like it. I did something wrong. I don't need that parentheses. I did something else wrong. Okay. Oh, it didn't like that. Elif. Alright. Okay, I think it's working. That was not nearly as hard as I thought it would be. I just was having trouble understanding. Let's speed him up a little bit. And that should be it, I think. Cool. Now we just need to make it so that you can't do that. So he has to stop at a certain stage, which is when the down ray, if there's nothing in the forward ray, or if the down ray's Z position changes dramatically, I guess. Mario, thank you very much, guys. Marco Jr. says, I'm a bit inebriated. Loon is handling his programming problems better than me. Sorry, and thank you. Thank you for your help, everybody. Marco Jr. says, you gotta hit us with that pop voice for a reward. Okay. So we gotta figure out when to let the... how to tell when he can no longer slide. We could have a... yeah, we could have a... we could use the same raycast, or we could have two raycasts and check them both. Let me see. How do we want to do this? Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. I think I have an idea here. We should be able to do what somebody mentioned another time, I think. Pop arm handle dot ledge forward. Oops. Dot update. Force raycast update. So then basically if we try to move, we'll say if state equals hanging. So if we try to move, yeah, we could do multiple raycasts, but I think we could just do it like this, where basically if we try to move and the raycast no longer detects something, then we know that we've moved too far and move him back. So let's try this. Var prev position equals transform or translation, and then we say if pop arm handle ledge forward dot is colliding. If it's not colliding anymore, then we know that we slid off the ledge, so we can move him back. Translation equals pre-close. Let's try that. That might be a very basic approach. He won't like, it won't be perfect, but I think it'll, yeah. So now we can't actually slide off. Let's see. But yeah, I would use two raycasts on either side, because the problem with this is, I mean, he's hanging off. That's one problem, is he's really hanging off. I mean, you could play it off by just having a different animation, and just having him hang on with one hand instead of both. But that's okay for now, I think. I gotta extend his raycast length on the front. It's just like, it's so small. It's so hard. Well, either I need to make it so that his raycast length is extended, or I gotta make it so that it's way easier well, I think his movement ability, I think is fine. I think it's just he doesn't really grip onto stuff very easily, or maybe he just needs more air movement options. Oh, that's also an issue. I didn't think about that. So we gotta tilt it according to the direction of right. So it's gotta be rotated by the downward. Well, we shouldn't even be able to detect it unless like down shouldn't detect it. In this case, like, you can't grab onto that. That's not really a grabbable edge. Or you shouldn't be able to slide off of that. I guess I'm okay with you being able to grab onto it and just not being able to slide it. That's probably fine. You just can't slide left and right. There's nothing to slide on here. I mean, being able to slide up the up the ramp. Whoops, excuse me. Being able to slide up the ramp is obviously a no-go. Being able to slide down might work. But like, this is not. This just can't work. Obviously, like, that's okay. I'll leave that, because, you know, being able to jump onto ramps like that's fine. But once you're on there, you shouldn't really be able to. You shouldn't be able to slide. So whether you're able to slide is dependent on whether the upward. If pop arm handle, I'm not sure if this is like inefficient or not to constantly be getting the stuff instead of storing the nodes. I'll have to see. Dot get collision, or is colliding. Or I guess get collision. Horrible. Dot y is equal to 1, or I guess is greater than or equal to 0.99. So basically, the only way you'll be able to actually slide is if it's a completely flat surface. You can't slide up surfaces. Yeah, you can't slide on that. That's fine to grab onto just because it's convenient, but like, I'm not gonna allow you to slide up stuff, so that's fine. Yeah, it's just like next to impossible to actually grab stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's extend that raycast, because it's just like not quite popping. Let's extend it another unit, maybe? That might be a little far, let's see. but down would also need to. Yeah, actually, let's see if we can. Can I parent forward to down? No, that doesn't really work. Okay, down needs to also be out. So I guess I could just make cast ledge forward, cast out to ledge down or something, just to kind of save. Well, I guess there's no need to do that. We'll keep it the way it is. Alright, so now it's a little further. Oh no. How else way? How did I manage that? I don't know, how did I manage? Oh, that's not right. But I mean, I do want you to better be able to grab onto stuff. I think I might be approaching this problem from the wrong angle. Instead of making it so that it's easier to grab onto things, it might be better to make it harder to reposition yourself. Because when it's harder to reposition yourself, you don't overshoot stuff. Because that's basically what my problem is I'm frequently overshooting my jumps. But then again, I mean, I guess I should also kind of design a platforming challenge that's kind of indicative of the kind of things that I would want to see in a game like this. Because, I mean, like, a lot of these jumps are kind of precision jumps, and so it's just like, you wouldn't really have these. Because, like, even with the extra distance, it's still kind of unwieldy to control him. Yeah, I think that might be what I need to do. Okay, this is pretty good. Joseph Catchrombone says, my dog does that sometimes. He phases right through walls and into a hanging animation all the time. Can you slide right into the other block? I'm not sure which block you're talking to, but I can't slide right now. Huh? That's weird. My controls completely stopped responding. That's weird. Huh? That's weird. My controller just completely stopped working. There we go. Okay. I guess it was just my controller. Why is he running forward? I'm not pressing anything. What? Like, he's just running by himself. Okay. What in the... I'm not pressing up. This is weird. He's just running toward... He's got a mind of his own. He's just running away. I don't... That was really weird. Maybe Pop has finally had enough. Brooklyn says, you making a platformer? That's the current way things are shaping up. I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish this as a game, but I'm making a platform physics, yeah. Okay, so I don't think that that's probably the way to go forward to extend his ledge. It's probably his ledge hanging distance, because that just opens up other cans of worms. So it might be better to make it so that his air acceleration is lesser, so it's a little easier to control him. Let's see here. So now, with this kind of control scheme, now I need to build an ability to like jump in a specific direction a little more easily. But I feel like that might be better, or maybe he just needs to move a little slower in the air. I don't know. I have to tweak his physics a little bit more. He's not quite as mobile as I want him to be. Controlling him in the air before wasn't too bad. Now he kind of is difficult to push in any direction, but that is helpful when you're trying to like move just a little bit to like jump over an edge or something. But he moves just kind of fast in general, which might not be good for platforming. I have to determine the kind of platformer I guess I'm aiming for. How did that happen? Okay, let's see. Proxy-san says, happens, the controller issues that I was having, happens when you plug the controller in without the sticks in neutral position. Maybe that's what I was doing. Maybe I had the sticks up, the left stick up when I was plugging it in. Let's see. Kiket Gamedev says, is it 2.1? No, this is 3.0. I'm working with the beta. Oh wait, let me test something real quick. Okay, well, let me try that again. What I'm trying to do is basically test, okay. What I'm trying to do is basically test if it's possible to let go. Where can I do it? I guess over here? If it's possible to let go of an edge and he'll grab on the other, the next one on the way down. It should be the case. Let's see. Okay, it's just not the same level. All right, I have to see. That should be possible where he'll grab onto the next one on the way down. Yeah, it's a little, I think he moves a little too fast. I think he's moving a little too fast. It's kind of hard to control him a little bit. Like, even simple jumps are like, he's overshooting them. Yeah, it's just hard to kind of square it away. Mark Ujinre says, Loon, if you ever need a dedicated, okay, why did... Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Adam P says, if the Collada models you import don't work, try building from the GitHub project directly. Thank you, thank you. This is a daily build from the Discord, the Godot Discord. JWT says you might be able to slow down movement upon landing and on down arc of jump. Oh, maybe so. That might be good too. Green Cafe, what is this? This is a game I'm making. It's just, well, it's not really a game. It's just kind of like a example. Just kind of like a focus on game mechanics to try to like make a 3D third-person platformer, which so far is working really well. You can slide, you can jump, you can hang on stuff, you can slide on stuff, you can jump, you can run, move the camera, you know, kind of the basic stuff. So nothing like too crazy, but it's working really well nonetheless currently. Jersey Mariano Sulagoy says Jersey Devil game had an automatic small jump when you walk out of a floor. Made it easy to recover if you miss a jump. Oh, like he automatically will like hop. I have like a coyote jump in there that whereas like you can jump even if you're off the ground. It might be good to kind of emphasize that a little bit to maybe make it like half a second or something, so you don't. That was weird. So you don't. So you just have more options, and so you have. So you don't like. So you can save yourself, like you just said. Cal Thing says, would variable height, jump height help? So tapping jump is a tiny hop. That probably would be a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, just tapping it would probably be good. Because currently the jump is always the same height. I can make it so that when you hold jump, it like lessens its gravity, so you have more of a floaty kind of option. That would be a good idea too. Yeah. Lord Odin says, where do you get the daily builds on the Discord? It's like in the general tag, in the general server of the Godot Discord. In the general section of the Godot Discord server, at the top, it's like it says like here's where you can get the daily builds. It's also in my description. It says you can grab the daily build of Godot 3 here. Thanks to Digi Technology on the Godot Discord. Okay, so this actually is working pretty well. I might still just want to kind of tweak it a little bit. That's probably what I'll do next stream, is like focus on just kind of controls, because currently it's fun to do every okay, I didn't. All right. Okay, that's kind of a problem. Okay, so how would we solve this? We could check to see like the object, to see like, oh, you're touching this and then you're touching this, but there's a possibility where if you're importing a level that would be one mesh, and so it would be one object. Basically, we want to disallow it if the downward ray is also ever interrupted. I guess that's what we really want. If the downward ray should ever not be able to see the object, then it should stop as well. So that's another thing to fix. Well, let me fix it now before I forget, because I don't know if I'll remember next time around. Okay, so basically you're hanging. You can slide, okay. And pop, handle, pop. Slash ledge down dot is colliding. So ledge down needs to now like always be a certain height. We probably could do with a little bit translation rather. Maybe 2.5, maybe 2.25. Let's see. No, it needs to be above the ground. 2.5. Okay, yeah, so if at any point it's not seeing anything, then we know that we can't slide. Because we just, like, ran into a wall or something. Like that, that's not good. That's something that we shouldn't allow. Let's see. I guess actually this can be switched. Or not. Pop arm handle ledge down dot is colliding. Okay. That didn't actually work. I'm guessing because the ground continues through the wall. Is that what's going on here? It probably does. So that actually won't work. We can keep it there. Mariano Sulagoy says an option is an area over the height of the floor, and do the same check you currently do with the raycast. If it touches something, it moves back. That might be what I end up doing actually then, because basically. So an area can determine, okay, 3D listening, okay, detection. So we could have an area on both sides, like above his arms, basically. That's probably what we'll end up doing then. Is basically, if you're going like this, we have an area on the left side of him above his arm, and the right side of him above his arm. Right. And I just got stuck, by the way. That's not good. And now it's working. So never mind. That's something we need to fix. We'll have to use areas. Okay. Let me undo the script change I just did, because that's not helping at all. Alright, so this is to do for next time. Use areas to determine if edge drops off. Alright, thank you very much for the suggestion. Green Cafe says, music is super chill. What is it? It's mine. It's my own music. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Oh, I played that one already. So that's pretty much, I think, all I'm going to do for the stream today. I've been streaming for, I feel like, a couple hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Despite the different failures we've had, we've still had a pretty successful stream. Got lots of stuff done. People are asking, hold on. See everybody going for the cover. Like you just need, like this is just some like straight 80s stuff. I gotta make more 80s stuff. The Someone XD says you make music too. Cool. Thank you. Yes, I do make music too. And this is Sunbox. Mariano Sulagoy, it's time to sleep. All right, man. Thank you very much for coming by. About time for me to go back to doing other stuff too. I just wanted to play some music before I head off. Joseph Catrambone says, this music gives me that 70s sunglasses cop vibe. He's an oil-cooked, hard-boiled cop named Pop. Exactly. Exactly. You better believe it. I mean, like, that's exactly what I'm going for. Just... He's popping for some cover. You better believe it. Say, whoo! I mean, like, exactly like just some, like, just 80s. Like, it's a specific time in American history where you had people who sang and who could not sing, but still sang. Like, you had singers who just did not even, like, just... Like, that's not... Those aren't even notes. Like, what is that? But it rocked. It still rocked really hard. And they were really successful. And it was just, like... It's a specific period in history where, like, you have people who just don't have a lot of... like traditional skill in a medium that just excel at the time. I don't know. Pop cops, exactly. Proxy-san, thank you. Proxy-san. Marco Junrei says, pop merch! Yeah, dude. Food Ice 11 says, what's the character supposed to be? What do you think? It's a popcorn. Kernel. I guess it's a popcorn kernel? Yeah. Let's see. I don't have any more. Well, I think this one is kind of 80s. Lucretia says, I was taking a nap and I woke up to Solar Loot screeching. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Oh snap, dude! Somebody, wait. Joseph Catrambone says, instead of a police chief for the '80s popcorn protagonist-based sitcom, you've got the Colonel. You've got the Colonel. You've got the Colonel. That is, I couldn't come up. That's genius. It's perfect. That is exactly what he needs to be named. The Colonel. The Colonel, no buts, Pop! You weren't supposed to pop! You just ask questions first, then pop! You know, you forgot where you came from. They teach you all in the academy about rules and about the recommended microwaving time, but they don't teach you it's a sick, buttery world out there. You're out of here! I need to... Somewhere along the line, they forgot to teach you 3 minutes, medium power. I got your medium power. It's just like we need more. We need a full popcorn based hierarchy of police detectives. Oh man, okay. Someone asked, oh man, I'm sorry. Someone XD. Okay, wait. Green Cafe says, release an album. I will buy it on the spot, man. I do have an album of Gear and OST. There's a lot of songs from my game that I made called Gear and, which is also available on Steam if you want to buy it. It's a Metroid-like. It's pretty fun, pretty good. Took me a couple of years. It's pretty good. But I made a soundtrack, and it's like an hour and a half of music. It's on Bandcamp. There's a link in the description for Bandcamp, and there's a lot of good stuff on there if you like my music. Let's see. people are saying I can't even really like talk at this point. Let's see. Carl Lee says, "Wow, how do you manage to learn making music? I can't even learn to get guitar." It's just a process, dude. It just takes time. It just takes time. Like, that's not even. You can go to school and stuff and, you know, look up like, how do I learn music, or what makes good chords, or which chords go to other chords. But the most important thing is practice. So that's the primary thing. If you can't learn guitar, just keep practicing at it. You know, I would say that, like, I can play piano pretty well now because I'm trying to get better at just the physical act of playing it. But like, learning music is pretty key. Green Cafe said, "And for game," I'm not sure what you're talking about. What you're referring to? Like, are you saying "and for which game," or? Someone asked for the specific chords. It's A, C sharp, and E. Which, let me see if I can turn on my keyboard and actually play this. Ow, that was loud. Let's see. Okay, so it's A, C sharp, E, and then B, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C, D sharp, and then C sharp, E, G sharp. So it's pretty, you know. That's it. This is something else that might help you is basically if you find a key, key that you really like. For me, I really like this C sharp minor key. Like, and so I've gotten really good. Well, not really good, but I've just used it a lot. So I've gotten really good just with a few chords. So basically, I'm saying, like, if you want to get better, kind of more proficient with a specific key, that can be helpful, because when you only have a specific key, you only have so many chords you can use, and it's very familiar to you. It gets very familiar to you. But I'm not very good with I'm trying to branch out into other chords. So anyway, that's something that might help if you like have trouble kind of learning music. Just like pick a specific key, key, and stick to it, and just like try making music in that key only, while still making different sounds and things. Let me see, what have I been working on? This is excuse me. So like, I'm just like trying to make these, like, I'm trying to use like these really kind of cruddy samples to like make these really just like stupid like hype music. I don't even know what you'd call it. It's just like, and that's what I'm going for specifically, to kind of like get better and better. Like, I want like SNES quality music where it's just like, oh, it's so, you know, emotional, or oh, it's so you know, wide or whatever, despite the fact that these samples are really old samples, really poor samples, really low quality. Like, I want to kind of get better in that respect. And so I've been focusing a lot of my time on like making those kind of tracks. Lucretia says, "This is some dance music. I can hear a DJ remixing the heck out of this in a club." that little beat, dude. Just beats. Mark Ujimbe says, solar tunes. Exactly. So like I'm trying, like, if I don't know if anyone's heard Marco Jr. says, Loon, I need this on my playlist. I gotta export some of this stuff to SoundCloud, man. Thank you. Like I don't know if anyone knows Schnabubula on SoundCloud, or just in general Schnabubula. I think it's Schnabubula. I think that's correct. Yeah, Schnabubula. This dude is like, I mean, like his, I guess the recent stuff I've been listening to is like SNES, key SNES stuff. Like I'll give him, like, check him out if you can, because this dude is like, his SNES music sounds so SNES like level. It's amazing, and I'm getting, I want to get better at that kind of style. Like, despite the quality of the samples, despite all that stuff, I want to make real music. Because then, I mean, if you go ahead and get really high quality samples and really high quality other things, you know, it's easy to get kind of distracted with that. But I want to make music that's like, what was I doing? I thought I had a. Lost. Is that one? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I want to make just music that's like excellent, absolutely excellent, despite the kind of quality of the samples and stuff, where you can hear the music, you can hear the instruments, and, you know, on a structural level, they're solid. So that kind of stuff, that kind of like just really like crazy kind of music. So anyway, I'm gonna I gotta sign off at some point, so I'm gonna sign off maybe, let me see, after one more. I was working on one. So that's pretty good. Oh, this one, that one's kind of old. So I gotta like work on some of these, cause I gotta work on a lot of these, cause a lot of them aren't like complete songs. They're just little beats, but I want to keep making them and keep working on them. So anyway, Lucretius says, is the Corn game a serious project, or is it just for learning Gearin? Also, is Gearin 2 a long ways to go? Gearin 2 probably is a long ways to go, yeah. Corn game, I don't know if it's serious or not. Not sure. Like, what's your next thing is my question. Just curious. I'm not sure. I'd like to keep using Godot. I like the corn game mechanics, but I'm not sure if I can devote a lot of time to making another game. I just have to do other things. So, I don't know. We'll see. Green Cafe, no joke, just bought the game. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you, please. Yeah, if you can buy the game, if you can buy the soundtrack, if you can, throw me $1 on Patreon, buy something else on Itch, whatever. That'd be great. Really well appreciated. Thank you very much. Mark Ujunre says, I want this too. You're a saint. Thank you. I'm not a saint, but thank you very much. All the same for the appreciation. So yeah, that's basically this entire album, I guess you could say, Wave. It's specifically these kind of like video game tracks. And I don't know if I'll ever actually like make a game for that or for them, because I mean it's easy to come up with like a little beat that would sounds cool on like a world map somewhere. But like besides that, like actually making a game around that is difficult. So like I kind of am interested in maybe like trying to find people who are interested in like who might need background music, and I feel like I could do a really excellent job for whatever game. So I might look into that to see if people are interested in my style of music for their projects. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly yet, like as to doing that, but I think I would love to make more music, and it's easy to come up with something that sounds good, and maybe in a couple of days have like a full song. Like that's not really, I don't think, something I would have trouble with. Proxy-san says, is the Patreon thing fixed? I believe they rolled back the changes, yeah, and it's just they've resolved or fixed things. Marku Junrei says, Loon, is there a way to get in contact with you outside of streaming? I'm interested. Oh, if you're interested, yeah, if you're interested in hitting me up about any like business offers or anything like that, hit me up on my Gmail account, which is solarloon@gmail.com. You can also tweet at me. Solarloon is my Twitter. You can post a comment on YouTube. I mean, that's not really professional, but you could. But yeah, I mean, like any way to like direct my attention, and then we can go from there. Like you can do whatever, or I can give you my email address, like I just did. Solarloon, SOLARLUNE @gmail.com. Matthew says, what a coincidence. I recently started learning Python, and now I just discovered Godot because of you. I should watch your streams more often, LOL. Thank you very much. All right, well, it's been like a solid 3 hours, and we've had, I think we broke our viewership record, which is pretty incredible to me. Thank you very much, everybody who stopped by. I'm guessing this is mostly Godot viewers, which is to be expected, I guess, since I posted about it ahead of time this time around and said, hey, I'm gonna stream in like 6 hours on Godot, some Godot game dev. So yeah, let me come through, and you guys came through. So thank you very much. 26 people watching now. That's amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Lego Dan says, hello, wait, so I typed in Gamedev live stream, so is this Gamedev? It was until like 30 minutes ago. I'm just about wrapping up, but yeah, this is the game that we were working on. It's a 3D action platformer. It's just mechanics currently. But yeah, this is what the game looks like in its current incarnation. The character needs a little more tweaking to not be kind of like freewheeling in terms of his controls, but it works nonetheless. Lego Dan says, awesome, I'm an amateur game dev. Oh, Mario Kujinre says, take it easy, Loon. Okay, see ya. Proxy-san says, nice, I will tweet you with the Pop Cop fan art. Oh man, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, you're an amateur game dev. That's great. Keep making games. I would highly recommend Godot. It's a good game engine. Yeah. Oh, why can't I? Okay, that was weird. Very nice. So anyway, that's the current way the game looks. Oh yeah, and so this is basically what we're working on previously in the stream. So if you want to see like it come together, you can just come back to my channel in maybe like 10 minutes after I stop streaming, and it'll upload this current stream. Actually, because I had some internet issues, the stream was broken up into different pieces, so you can actually go back and start watching those now. Sorry about that, but the upside, yeah, is that you can go ahead and check out the previous streams, the previous sections of today's stream, and see them in order. I keep saying Godot. I'm sorry. The someone XD says, "How do you pronounce it?" I've heard it as Godot and Godot. Yeah, I think someone said Godot, I believe, but yeah, I think it's Godot, but I keep saying Godot because I'm an idiot. Mario Junrei says, Lego Dan says, I made sure to sub. I want to watch future streams. Thank you very much. I mostly use Unity, he says. Okay, and some Game Maker Studio. Very nice. Both of those are good tools. You know, a lot of games use those two things: Game Maker Studio, Unity, Unreal. Lucretia says, not gonna lie, while I was napping, I dreamed an intense version of this popcorn game. Oh man, I don't know what to make of this little game. I'm gonna keep working on it a little bit at a time and seeing where it goes, I guess. It's kind of interesting because like I started making this because some James Landino posted like a picture on Twitter of like a bag of popcorn that said Popcorn 64. And so I was like, okay, let me make the character. Like, I gotta make the character. Popcorn 64 sounds like a game that would have existed on the N64. And so I made this character without the outline initially. And so now I just started putting him into Godot to just try, like, you know, movement and jumping around and, you know, standard third-person N64 era, you know, action controls. And it's turning out actually pretty well. It'd be kind of interesting to throw this up on Kickstarter and see it get, like, a lot of... like to get a surprising amount of like backing and people talking about it and stuff. Like, even though this is just like a little test level, like it'd be just hilarious to see like actual interest in this being created. Philippe Giral says, using Godot good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Lego Dan says, anyone here know an easy 3D modeling program? And the someone XD says, if you want things that are 3D and models, go with a voxel program called Magic of Voxel. I think if you're looking for 3D, if you're looking for traditional 3D models and not looking for voxel art, yeah, good luck, he says. I think like you could probably do with like maybe Google SketchUp. I would recommend, yeah, just going with Blender. It's hard, but for someone who's new, it actually might not be that hard. For someone who's coming from an existing 3D modeling program, it's probably pretty difficult. But if like you don't know anything about 3D modeling at all, you probably could pick it up pretty quickly because it's not that many things to learn, and it's not. I mean, because even though I've been using Blender for a long time, I've only used like I only basically stick to a few things because that's the stuff I need. So if you don't really like. If you don't really need the extra features, you can just ignore them. That's the good thing about Blender. Proxy-san says, it's time to get the art skills for that fan art Steel Loon. Thank you very much. Even if you don't actually make the art, it's fine if you don't make the art. Thank you very much for stopping by. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of options out there for most things. 3D modelers, not so much. You've got like Blender, Max, 3ds Max, Maya, SketchUp, Google SketchUp maybe, and like there's maybe one or two other things. There's not very many 3D modelers out there, but I mean that's not a bad selection either. That's, I mean, when you're talking about like free, there's only a few, but overall there's a few you have options to check out. But yeah, if you want like the most a free or open source option and that gives you the most flexibility, I think Blender is it. Which I still don't think is that bad. Like some people like despise it, and it's like it's not that bad. yeah, the Just Junk 7 says, oh, hold on. People are talking. Guys, scroll up. Would you recommend programming in C# with Godot? I haven't used C#, so I can't say for sure. I probably would if I used it, but I just don't use it. Matthew says, what Linux distro are you using? I haven't really watched any of your videos since the old Sunbox tutorials, so I'm really curious. I'm using Solus OS. It's a really solid, really good distribution. I would recommend it heartily. I was going to say handily, I think. Alright, well, I'm going to have to call it a day, I think, at this point. It's almost been 3 hours. And we got a lot of stuff done. And, yeah. Maybe the next stream will be music. Because I feel like I'm getting at the level where I think I can do it reliably enough. I can make music reliably enough to, like, kind of make something cool on stream. Reliably. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the outages and stuff. Hopefully I'll get something squared away so that doesn't keep happening. But, yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. And I'll have to catch you guys next time on stream. I'm like, what am I doing? Lego Dan says, PC specs. Before I go, PC specs. I have an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660 graphics card, I believe. I have 8 gig. Let me just pull up the about thing. What am I doing? Imbecile. Or is it details? I think either of those. Yeah. So yeah, GeForce GTX 660, 8 gigabytes of RAM. I've got a AMD FX 6350 6-core processor and Solus 3. Made the computer myself. So yeah, it's a nice little computer. Built it myself and is running Solus, and it's nice and capable. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you can support, throw me a bone or anything, that'd be well appreciated. If you have, thank you very much. And you can check the description for those bone throwing links. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.